Lumbini, ladies first, right?
Okay, no problem. Oh, the only problem you're going to ask me then harder questions next time. That's why.
No, no, no. I'll not ask the harder question. So if will not come, don't worry that it's a mock practice. So if you're not coming across any answers, that we can discuss afterwards. Don't worry. Yeah, because it's a practice, right? Yeah. Yeah, Lumbini, you can tell me about yourself. Then I can start with my questions.
Hi, my name is Lumini Katragata. I have over 6 years of experience in Salesforce administration and business analyst. I extensively worked in different domains like retail, insurance, and healthcare. Initially, I started my career with business analyst, and later, when I was working with Allianz Life, I was interacting with business clients to gather requirements for Salesforce. Then I slowly developed interest in Salesforce CRM, and then I started learning and researching about Salesforce, and then I moved to Salesforce. My recent project was with Kroger Retail, and to mention few responsibilities, I worked on Service Cloud, Sales Cloud, data modeling, data security, workflow rules, process builders, data management, reports and dashboards. I did my Bachelor's of Commerce and PGDCA. I'm a certified Salesforce administrator. I located in Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is my overview of.
Okay, Lumbini, I can see that you have worked on Sales Cloud, Service Cloud. So can you tell me the flow of Sales Cloud and Service Cloud in Salesforce?
Sales Cloud, like leads will be generated. When a lead is generated, it will be landed to the Salesforce platform, and leads are nothing but a prospect customers who interested to buy a product or our services of our company. And lead can be generated with different various types like inbound calls, web to lead, email to lead, and through campaigns also. And trade shows or something like that by marketing, doing by marketing team. Once the prospect is updated in Salesforce in standard lead object, automatically it will be converted into account, contact, and opportunity.
Perfect.
And in opportunity, later it will be in different stage process. And finally, the lead will be closed after the calls and after the follow-ups.
Okay. And
okay.
Okay. So when we talk about escalation rules, so it comes under Sales Cloud or Service Cloud?
It comes in both actually.
Because so what is escalation rule then? So what do you understand by escalation rule?
Escalation rule is like if a user if a given particular time the case or the lead is not attended, then it will be escalated to next manager.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So have you worked on security model in Salesforce?
Yeah, I worked.
Okay. So can you tell me about the OWD? What do you understand by OWD in Salesforce?
OWD is the most restricted way of giving the access to the users.
Okay.
So as OWD and profiles are.
So it is specific. So it can be specific to users or like something else?
Yeah, it's specific to users and profiles.
Okay, so what is the full form of OWD then?
Organizational wide defaults.
Okay.
Sorry, whole organization.
Yes, perfect.
Default.
Perfect. So
sorry.
Yeah, that's why I meant that. Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay, so I have one scenario for you. Okay, if there are any users in Guru Schools, right? Guru Schools LLC, that shouldn't have view access to account records. What should be done as a system admin to achieve this?
We need to do record level restriction. Like only we need to do
Okay.
level
Okay, let me
private.
okay, perfect. So account record, right? So
Mhm.
which object we need to set private in OWD?
Accounts.
Correct. Okay. So my second question to you is, in Guru schools, the
Mhm.
system admin needs to prevent tele sales teams for logging into Salesforce, right? Outside of the login hours. So
Yeah.
how as a system admin you can achieve that?
We can achieve through login IP restrictions and login hours.
Yes, perfect, perfect. So like for example, can you give me an example?
So if our telecallers team if they need to work 9 to 5 and only within the organization, so we'll be giving the access a particular time, and we'll assign the particular IP ranges only to access to the org.
Perfect. Okay. So I have another question for you. So
Mhm.
what feature would you use as a system admin to implement to allow Guru Schools LLC prospect customers to complete a form on their website and then data automatically become a lead in Salesforce?
uh, Web to lead, email to lead.
Yes, correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So it is possible to convert master detail relationship to lookup. Can we do
I
that?
don't think so.
Okay,
No.
we can do, yeah, we can do that, but there is a certain scenario, right? Certain specific,
Yeah.
so like, yeah, it is possible to convert master detail relationship to lookup.
Yeah.
Okay, so what will be the criteria here?
Mm, one too many.
No, no.
No.
If the parent
I
object doesn't
didn't
have,
get the
yeah,
question.
okay. So it is just my question is simple.
Yeah.
So it is possible to convert master detail relationships to lookup.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
yes, we
confused
can,
about this question. Sorry.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we can do that. If the
Okay.
parent object doesn't have roll up summary fields on the child, then we can convert. So like
Oh, okay. Got it.
you heard about the roll up summary,
Yeah,
right?
I know roll up summary. Yeah. Like
Okay.
we calculate the fields with counts, minimum and
Okay.
maximum.
Perfect. Perfect. So have you worked on reports?
Yep. I worked.
Okay. So can you tell me what are the different types of reports in Salesforce?
Tabular, summary, matrix reports, and joint reports.
Okay. What is summary reports?
Summary reports are detailed reports like which are grouping done by based on columns.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So like for example, if I'm your manager and
Mhm.
I'm your above hierarchy role level, and if
Mhm.
like you want to see my records, so I can see that on the role level hierarchy.
You are my manager, and I want to see your records, right? In role hierarchy.
Yes, yes. So
No,
can
it
you
won't
do
be
that?
possible. We need to give the access.
Okay, so how you can do that?
It with the sharing rules.
Okay, so if I want to share one particular record on the
Mhm.
read only mode, so how I can do that?
I guess yes.
Okay, so there is one record, right? For example,
Mhm.
ABC, a Guru Schools company, right? It's a record.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I
No, we
want
can do
this.
with manual sharing. Sorry, only one
Okay,
record.
okay, perfect, perfect. Okay, okay. So do you know about the releases in Salesforce?
Yeah,
So how many editions Salesforce releases every year?
yearly 3, winter, spring,
Mm-hmm.
and summer.
So which is the current one?
Winter 21.
Okay, so after this, which edition will be coming?
Next, we'll get spring edition
Okay, on what date?
by April.
No, it is releasing on 9th March.
Okay, sorry. I calculated like 4 months, one
No, no, no. As a Salesforce admin, we need to be updated for
Okay.
everything.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I don't know the months like.
Yeah, because like
release.
in sales, whenever you will be giving interview apart from my company, then they will ask this releases, because as an admin,
Okay.
we should be aware about this releases and all.
Sure, Devendra.
Okay, okay. So, okay. So as a system admin of Guru Schools, you want to do a mass delete on set of records, and you don't want them to get into recycle bin. So what's the possible option as a system admin you will do to fulfill this requirement?
We use data loader.
Okay, so data loader you will be using, correct? So which option you will be using on data loader? Which option?
The record should not delete in the recycle bin you're talking about?
Yes. So like you are a system admin of Guru Schools,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
And you want to do a mass delete on set of records. So there is a huge record that you want to delete, and you don't. As a
Yeah,
requirement, I
export.
don't.
We need to do export.
So I don't want them get into recycle bin. What's the possible option as system admin you will use? So you are telling export, right? So I want to delete it.
Okay, then it will be delete.
Okay. No, I don't want it to be stored in the recycle bin as well. So which
Then
option
I
as a sales?
export all.
So which? No. So I'll tell you the answer. So it is hard delete option, right? Hard delete.
Oh, got it. Yeah. Okay.
So how you can create that hard delete permission?
Through settings in the data loader.
Bulk API. Yes,
Bulk
bulk
API,
API you
yeah.
need to check.
Yeah.
And also you can create the permission set, right?
Yeah.
On the you can create a permission set of hard delete option, and also you can that on the permission set you can assign on the system permissions for the particular user, like system admin.
Okay. Yeah. Got it.
Okay. Okay. So last question for you.
Yeah.
Okay, there are multiple approvers, right? Like you are working for Guru Schools and there is approver Devendra, Sheetal and Shubham, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So they all have received your request. Like for example, they have received your request for approving a discount that was invoked by the approval process, right? So Shubham rejects your request and Sheetal accepts your request, right?
Yeah.
And after approver, Shubham rejects it. Is your request approved or denied?
It's approved, I guess.
Okay, so listen the question carefully.
Yeah, okay.
So yeah, so there are multiple approvers, and they have received your request for approving a discount that was invoked by approval process. Like Shubham rejects your request and Sheetal accepts your request. After Shubham rejects it, Shubham first rejects it and then Sheetal approves it. So is your request approved or denied?
Denied. Yeah. First it is denied. I think it's denied.
Because it is request will be denied because you need only one person to approve out of all the approvers, right? Because in an organization there will be multiple approvers, right? So first come first serve service, like FCFS, like algorithms we read, right? First come first serve.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So one last question for you.
Yeah.
So I want to make a field required in Salesforce. How can I do that?
Field required. Yeah, we can do with the creating the field, like check the required field, and through page layout and through validation rules.
Okay. Okay. What do you mean by validation rules?
Validation rules avoid storing the unnecessary data, and one way of making field mandatory.
So it is you can say in a simple word that it is an expression which depends upon like on the error criteria, true or false, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Lumbini, I'm done from my side. Do you have any questions for me?
No, I'm really good, thank you.
Okay. Yep. Okay, Lumbini, you have done good. So like afterwards, like there will be second round of
Yeah.
interview that first Ruchita Amulya, then we will be every Friday or Saturday we will be doing this. So you can repeat again. So you will, when your turn will come. So
Mm.
after the second round will come, we will be having three people. So like Ruchita, Amulya, Lumbini. So these three setup people, like for example, these three people will be there and another three people will be there. So we will be covering all, right? In the second round.
Okay,
So
like
we
one
will,
more question,
yes,
Devendra. Like
yeah.
now you ask this like a basic question, right?
Mhm,
So
mhm.
next for second round, we can expect more like
Yeah,
detail
yeah.
into the
Yes, 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 yes,
topics.
yes, yes.
Okay, got it.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Rahul, you can
Thank you.
start. Hello, Rahul. Hello, guys. Am I audible?
Sorry. Anyway.
Yeah,
So Devendra,
Devendra.
can you hear me, Devendra? Everyone else can hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Rahul, you can
Right.
start.
Okay, sure. Devendra, this is Rahul Mahajan. I am a business analyst with 12 years of experience in IT. That includes almost 2 years of experience as a business analyst, Salesforce administrator. My current project is at West Virginia Community Center application. Um, there, I have during my 2 years as a business analyst, Salesforce administrator, I have worked in the following areas: um, gathering and analyzing requirements, converting business requirements into functional specifications, implementing functional specifications with the following tasks: creating OW2 settings per client requirements, um, designing and creating custom and standard objects such as accounts, leads, campaigns, opportunities, and positions. Uh, creating automating business processes using tools such as Process Builder, workflow rules, email alerts, um, and automated responses. Um, creating and designing page layouts for custom objects, creating and managing user profiles, roles, and permission sets, and configuring them per client requirements. In my earlier project, before Guru School's project at West Virginia Center, I worked as a requirements analyst, a software analyst at Geico Corporation. My main job there was basically changing the requirements for RFM archive items through writing use cases, and then I converted use cases into user stories. The project before, I at USPS project at Huntington Ingalls, I was a requirements analyst for two applications called Mears and WebUR. Mostly converted high-level requirements to detailed requirements. And then after that, after a few years, I started gathering requirements during client sessions or telecom sessions. One of my main achievements there was I changed the format of writing requirements that really decreased the developers and testers' development time and testing time. So that's my profile.
Yeah, excellent, Rahul. So good to know about your experience. So, okay. So can you tell me about what is Salesforce and what do you understand by the concept of CRM?
So Salesforce is basically one of the best application. It kind of, as the name creates, says customer relation management. It helps you to kind of uh, follow the pipeline of the pipeline of the transactions with this with your custom clients. It kind of really helps you to to increase your sales and manage your relationship with customers, such as all the way from doing a campaign to lead, to conversion, to opportunity, and to count, and then all the way to servicing your customer through, various cloud applications like sales, marketing, and service cloud.
Okay, great. What do you mean by profiles in Salesforce?
Profile basically is just a way of security control. It kind of controls your viewership of the application, as you had said in your lecture. It controls the viewership of the user of the application. And its
Yes,
profile is a way to have object level access. It's
Mhm.
a way to control object level access.
Okay,
And if you want
so
extra access, then you do permission sets.
perfect. So, can you tell me the difference between roles and profiles?
Profile is very mandatory. No user can work in the Salesforce application without having a profile.
Correct.
So roles provide access to records. Profile provides access to objects.
Okay. So, if for example, if I create a profile, and does it as a system admin, do I? It is the mandatory to create like give a role to the particular profile. Is it mandatory?
No, it's not.
Okay. So later on, like for the client requirement, we can do that, right?
Yes. Then per client becomes, yeah, and where's role, we have to role level
Okay. Okay.
access.
So I can, yeah, I can see that you have done the requirement gathering from the client. So what type of client requirement you were doing, like in terms of when talking to Salesforce user basics? Like for example, if clients want you to give the access to the 10 users, and they want to implement some permission sets on profile level and all. So what type of gathering like you were doing as a system admin? So do you were taking on the emails or calls? Like what type of meetings do you were doing with the client to gather the requirement
Mostly
and to deliver them?
email and requirements gathering. And you brought out a good question, Devendra, because Salesforce has there's always a challenge whether you want the requirements to be implemented just using
Yes,
system admin or
yes, correct.
to development. So that's always a challenge. But mostly
Okay.
we were using object level, and then giving access to users, extra permissions to users. For example, one user wants to we want just one user to have a read level access, and for the other
Mm-hmm.
user we want to have a write level access. Then we had to go into
Mm-hmm.
permission sets, give write
Mm-hmm.
permissions, and then assign that permission sets to other user two, because he
Okay.
wants to have access to record, not user one. The managers only
Okay.
want to have
Yes,
read
correct.
level access to user one.
Okay.
Such kind of scenarios.
So yeah, did you get a chance to get on the call with the customers that you were giving the access? Like for example, there are two users and you have given them the access and they are not able to log into Salesforce. And you get a chance to talk to them why they were facing some challenges to log into Salesforce and all?
Yeah, and yes, we basically the users did not come there. Every user has a super user, right? So super users used to come on call and used to tell me, oh well, I have these kind of users in my
Mm-hmm.
group, and they're not giving access to, the main problem was, Devendra, that they did not have this. We had to explain them this. This the functionality in Salesforce that, for
Mm-hmm.
example, most of the time they said, we don't have report level access, and we used to ask them, did you create a folder access? And they said, no,
Yes.
we didn't create folder level access. So we said, okay, first you have to create a folder, then give folder level access. And then also for dashboard also, we had to explain to them, we have to have a separate level of access to reports and a separate level access to dashboards. So those were challenging.
Yes, correct.
Those kind of pose a challenge to the users.
Okay. Are you aware about the workflows?
Yes, sir. I'm aware of our workflows. There are different kind of workflows. Yes, Mr. Devendra, I'm aware of that.
Okay. What are the actions available in workflows?
Okay, there is a workflow task, workflow field update,
Perfect.
work for email alert, and
Mm-hmm.
workflow outbound message.
Okay. And there is another tool of business process automation called Process Builder. So, can
Yeah.
you tell me the difference between the workflows and Process Builder?
Yes, process builder can do many more actions which workflow cannot. Okay, let me list them. Workflow, for example, you would not be, let's say if multiple rules, workflow rules are implemented, you would not be able to tell in which sequence the workflow rules are being implemented. Second, you cannot use workflow rules to call Apex classes, which you can do in process builder.
Yes.
And then workflow rules cannot also be allowed to, let's say you update a field in an object, and then through that change, you cannot create another record through workflow rules. And workflow rule cannot also be allowed to, let's say you create one object and it cannot be allowed to, by creating one object, you create another object. For example,
Mhm.
you create an account object, and that cannot be used to trigger a creation of another record for
Mhm.
opportunities or
Okay.
contact.
Okay. So you talked about objects, right? So what are the types of objects available in Salesforce?
There are two types, Devendra: standard and custom. Standard include lead, campaigns, accounts, and custom, as we have done sometimes, like are their positions, you know,
Mhm.
um, and for you can also have recruiters, those kind of objects.
Yes, yes,
These
correct, correct, correct.
custom objects are created, as for the convenience of the organization. Like financial
Okay,
organization might need some custom
perfect,
objects.
perfect, perfect. Okay, so have you heard about the data types in Salesforce, field data types?
Yes, they are
Yeah,
pick lists,
yes.
um, calculated fields, and pick pick list. That's like a drop down field is calculate field. That's read in only. It kind of it's based on the values based on the field from another formula. It can be updated, and when the
You can
criteria
say
is the
that, yeah, data types, like when I ask about data types, like you can say that there is a number field, text field, checkbox, email field,
yeah.
percentage,
Okay.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. So when we create a field on the lookup relation, like when we go to objects and create on the custom field and relationships, when we click on them, then we can have the list of data types, right? That number field, text field, pick list field, email field. So based on the requirement, like URL field, phone field, right?
Yes. 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 You're
So
right.
based on the requirement, we can do that, right? Okay. So just wanted to check with you. So if I want you to delete any user in Salesforce, so what are the steps I can follow as a system admin?
You cannot really delete the user. You can only freeze them or deactivate them.
Okay. So why it is the why I don't like why there is a need of delete like deactivating or freezing the user?
Well, let's say
Because
if the user has left the organization, or he has
Mhm.
been terminated due to low performance, or he has
Okay.
resigned, then you
Mhm.
want, the permissions or the access, the approval rules he had access to, you want to give to another user.
Mhm.
And so you want to, freeze that user and give that access to, give all those rights and access to other user. And
Mhm.
fortunately, once you freeze the user, the license doesn't get frozen. You can,
Yes.
assign the
Yes.
license. Right.
Yes. Okay. So have you heard about data loaders?
Yes, sir. Yes, I have heard of data loaders. Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me the difference between export and export all?
Export just retrieve exports the data from the application. Exports all also exports the data also from the recycle bin, I think.
Perfect. Perfect. So you have been using for the client, right?
Yes, for some time, yes, because they want
Yes.
to download
Okay.
more than
So
50.
what? Okay. So what is the maximum data I can upload to data loaders? What is the maximum limit? How many records?
5 minutes. I'm not sure. I think the limit is 50,000 and above 500,000. I'm not
Uh,
sure.
5 million, right?
Okay, 5 million.
The limit is 5 million, right?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, you're right, because I thought it was 500,000. Sorry. My bad.
No, 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 no. It's okay. It happens. Okay. Okay. So there is one scenario for you. So how would you allow collaborative access to accounts, contacts, opportunities, leads, and cases to US sales reps and Asia sales reps and EMA sales reps? So there are three sales reps: US sales reps, Asia sales reps, and EMA sales reps. So you want to give them the collaborative access of accounts, contacts, leads, opportunities, and cases. So how you can do that?
You have to go through sharing rules, record level access.
No. In a
Okay,
simpler
first you
way,
get first you have to give them. I'm sorry. Could you repeat that question?
okay. So let me repeat you for you. So how would you allow collaborative access to accounts, contacts, leads, and opportunities, and cases to you? Like there are three reps, right? US sales reps, Asia sales reps, and EMA sales reps. So there are three sales reps. So as a system admin, I want you to implement and give them the collaborative access of accounts, contacts, contracts, opportunities, and cases. So how you can do that? So like this is simple. Just think and you will be getting the answer. So just there are three reps. I want to give them the access of these all objects, standard objects.
Uh, Profiles or permission sets, right?
Have you heard about the public groups?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, we
Okay.
can do that, right?
Yeah, creating a group.
We
Okay.
Yes, perfect. So we can create a public group and simply we can assign those reps to that group, right? So it will be collaborative access to all the accounts, contacts, leads, and cases, right?
But my question is that, would you accomplish that using record level record level
No, no,
sharing?
simply I can create a public group saying the sales reps, and I can assign those sales reps of US and Asia and EMA to public groups.
Okay. All right. All right. I didn't get that. All right. Sorry.
Okay. So what happens when a user owns a lead record but does not have the read permission on lead object? So what happens when a user owns a lead record? So for example, you are a owner of a lead record, right? You're getting it right?
I'm owner of I'm a lead. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, no, no, you are owner of a lead record. So there is a lead object in Salesforce, right? A standard
Yes.
object.
Yes.
So there
Yes.
is one record and you are a owner of that record, right?
Yeah.
But you does not have read permission on lead object. So what will happen here? Will you able to see that object or not?
No, I don't, because I don't have read access.
Okay, so which security settings comes into picture?
You have the now again. Did you say that you don't have read level access to that complete object or only to certain records?
Okay, so
That-
no, so what happens when you own a lead record, right? But does not have read permission on lead object.
Yes. Oh,
Okay,
because
so
then your permissions, you have to change the permissions in the profile.
yes, because you don't have the read permission on the objects and there is no way you can see a record, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So have you worked on the email templates?
Not much.
Okay. So how you can create the email templates? Like, can you give me the steps to, like, I don't know Salesforce, and if I want from you to learn how to like accomplish that, so you can tell me like how to create the email templates in Salesforce.
First create you first create a template. There are four
Mm-hmm.
different kind of templates. One with the HTML, one without the HTML, one which is one is the email as it is, and then you install. Devendra, I think so. I really don't know about this. I don't want to.
Okay, okay, okay. Don't worry.
I didn't read about that, but sorry.
Okay, okay. So can you tell me the functions of roll-up summary? So what does the roll-up summary does?
Roll-up summary field kind of it summarizes the relationship between master and detail. Roll-up summary is only available in master detail relationship. It is not available in lookup relationship.
Okay, why so?
Because the relationship between master and child object is more stricter and more tight in
Tightly coupled,
master.
right?
Yeah, and not in the lookup relationship. For example, as you know that, when you delete the child, you delete the child object, you also delete when you delete the relationship, you can also delete the child object in master data relationship, and that in the lookup, you don't, that's not accomplished.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that's it from my side, Rahul. So do you want to ask any questions for me?
Um, uh, I have a doubt, and the whole team is here also. Is there a possibility, let's say you have the read-write access for an object, right? But is there a possibility that, when you use record sharing rules or record level access, you can deny a user to edit a record?
Yeah, we can do that. Like we can implement that giving the read level access, right? So that's the only way that we can deny the users to edit that particular record.
Through sharing rules, right? A record. Through
No,
OWD or record
OWD.
level. Okay.
So anyone wants to add here? Amulya, Lumbini, Sirisa, to what Rahul asked.
I didn't get the question. Rahul, can you repeat?
I'm just asking that in
So
all.
Lumbini, Lumbini is saying that there is a particular record, and he doesn't. So he is giving the read access to it, and another user cannot edit it. So this is the question, right, Rahul?
No, I'm saying, let's say you have created a profile, right? And permission,
Okay.
and the permission sets also allow a user A to edit records in, let's say, position object. Is there a way in the organization that he or she cannot edit certain records in the object? He can edit, like, let's say there are 7 records in that position object. He or she can only edit 4 records. He cannot edit three of them.
Yeah, we can go to a particular profile and we can remove that access.
Okay, through OWD, right? Settings.
No, through profile setting. We need to go to profile on the field level security, and field level security, we need to remove that. And if you want additional access for the particular user, then you can create a permission set, and you can assign those permission to set to particular user. So then it can be fulfilled.
I thought it was through record level, because the user should be allowed to edit only 4 out of 7 records. 4 records he can edit, but particular 3 records he or she cannot edit. Or
Yeah,
even read.
You can do that on the profile level also.
Oh, you can. Okay. I was thinking maybe it's record level is role sharing. Okay. I was wrong.
Let me add something here.
Okay. Yeah.
So what I was saying, so in that case, Rahul, so if you are giving only access to the few records, okay, you gave a whole permission level access, I mean the profile level access to the object, okay, and then I don't think we can restrict few records, or we can secure any restrict using permission sets. We can restrict the access using permission sets or anything. It always gives the access, but it cannot restrict the access. If you want to restrict the access, I think you have to try not to give them permission itself. So if you don't have the object level access, like so you cannot even give the record level access, correct? So I don't think it is possible to do share or only, restrict the users from reading few records.
Yes.
There is no way, I guess.
Or he's talking about role hierarchy.
Yeah,
No.
going towards that point, role hierarchy and that.
Yeah, that was like
because
OWD should
Rahul,
be private,
Rahul,
and we
okay.
that one you're talking
We can we can
No, let me talk
implement
about
this. Okay.
Let me talk about this. So you have given whole access to the object without any restrictions now. So he's not able to read all the records in that objects. Now, what you do, you set the OWD private, and you have given sharing, you shared few records using the permissions, or sharing settings or manual sharing. In that case, even though he has access to the whole object and the OWD is set to private, he is able to see only the records which are shared. So obviously he is not able to see the other records, right?
Something like that. Yeah, I think there's a way. I
Yeah. So
understand.
if OWD is set to private and if you are sharing only few records with that in that object, so in that case he is only able to see only the records it has been shared.
Yes.
So if you want to, if you want to restrict the access to the other records, in that case, you won't share that records to the sharing settings or manual sharing. In that case, it will be obviously restricted. Does that
Yes.
make sense? Yeah.
I'll go over the videos again and see that.
Yeah.
Rahul, yeah, this is easy, but a bit confusing because the security part, like when
Yeah.
we work on manual sharing rules, roles, permission sets, profiles, so there are so many of like record level security, and also these all are like bit confusing. But you like practice 3 or 4 times, then it will be easy and handy for you.
But Devendra, I did okay, right? Okay, good.
Yeah, you both did okay. But from the next time, like I will be asking more tougher questions. So this was easy questions which I asked.
Yeah, I didn't know about collaborative sharing.
Collaborative sharing in the sense like giving access together.
Email templates. Yeah, I didn't read that email templates. I read on.
Okay, the thing is that I asked random questions just to make sure that all the
Yeah,
questions
I
will be
understand.
covered. Yeah, so all can just have, because like when Amulya was giving interview, we were asking different questions, and Ruchita we were asking different questions. So all the like 100 to 200 questions when we cover like 4 to 5 sessions, then it will be handy for all of you, right?
Yeah, that's right. Right. That's
Yes. So
okay.
like
And
the
yeah.
yeah, please tell me.
Yeah, after the session, I want to have, I sent you a job description. I have an interview
Mhm.
this Monday about Salesforce business analyst. It's not
Okay,
about
I'll see
Salesforce.
the. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, I'll see that and I'll reply on that. Okay, yeah.
Any
Okay.
more tips that, like some questions I answered well, some I didn't, a few of them. Any tips for me to which video should I go over more?
Tips is that like practice more and more. So there is nothing tip like giving the tip. So you practice more and more. Like Amulya know that, right? Amulya, when you practice more and more, then you will be coming across the questions, right?
Agree.
I, I,
I think
I,
about the Rahul, you just got confused with that word collaborative. Instead of group, he used the word collaborative.
yeah, that is true.
If you would
Yeah.
have used the word group, you would have easily answered it. So that is what I felt like, understanding the question, being nervous, like, we don't go. Like, we might be thinking, oh, is there any way, like, is there any way we can set like collaborative setting, security or something? So it's just like,
Okay.
Understanding the question.
Okay. And also team just wanted to add this Saturday we are having that certification convocation ceremony. So I will be sending the invite. So Dev sir yesterday in the meeting with our team had sent that from the previous Salesforce batch will be getting their certificates, and also the token of appreciation from like Guru schools. So this Saturday it will be there. So time and all I will be confirming. Most probably it will be like 8:30 p.m. EST or 9 p.m. EST. So I will be confirming the time with him and I'll share you in the group invite, right? So you
Is
all
it?
have to join. You all have to join without any like without any excuses. So you need to be on the camera on, and this session will be recording, and you will be talking how your experience with Guru schools and all.
So is it today or next Saturday?
No, next Saturday, coming Saturday. So everything is planned. So I will be sharing the invite in couple of days.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
Amulya,
Then we.
can I talk to you, Amulya, just after the meeting for a few minutes?
Sure, Rahul. Sorry, I was on mute. Yeah,
Okay.
sure. We'll talk.
Yeah. Okay, team. Then bye.
Okay.
Take care, everyone. Yeah. Take care. Have a good day.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Hello, Amulya. Huh.
live. FaceTime audio. Unmute live.
Hi, how are you? Good. Yeah. Do you know, because probably you have a better idea. Do you know which videos to go over the security level settings? Permission says I'm okay, but when you overlap with them with, record level security, it comes confusing. Did you go over the videos more, which they?
Yeah, I went to one of the YouTube videos.
Okay.
Just for the security part. So I'm going to share you the link of the YouTube video. Just go over it.
Okay.
So I mean, it happens. We are not just talking about the topics for the first time. So it happens with you. So just
Yeah,
to get a better understanding of it, especially the security part is so confusing.
I know. I know.
I have a video. I have a which one I remember. Basically, he explains like everything, like object level, record level, and then a field level.
Okay.
So
Yeah, email alerts, I didn't know that. So I have to do the field level and cloud. So I guess I'll have to just go over them, look up relationships and all that.
yeah. I mean, this gives basic idea where we are, how we are talking because we are like, reading is one part, practicing is one part, and the third part is like presenting what we learned or what we already
Yeah,
know.
I know.
So the presenting is one another part. So that is what I figured last week. So even though we have like much more ideas, so we were able to talk only limited stuff. And we are on the call.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I think it goes probably with the practice, like taking more interviews and then like mock sessions and then correcting accordingly like what mistakes we are doing.
Yeah. The thing is, some of did you do Trailblazer? Trailblazer, my problem is it makes you go on Lighthead, and they have made us practice on Classic. So I get confused on Trailblazer.
Correct. I totally understand that too, but real time what's happening. So that is the one of the thing. So they always taught us in the classroom. So but now all the clients they are migrated to the most of the clients are migrated to the Lightning now.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So maybe you recommend also I practice in Trailhead, right?